So looking a little past the game, Alex, this LSU team's kind of been all over the place. You know, they've got losses to teams like Rhode Island and even Alabama, but yet wins against teams like Missouri and now, of course, Kentucky. How do you think LSU can get a little more consistency heading into the home stretch?
Well, I think they can find consistency by continually pounding the paint to Johnny O'Brien III. You just got to let your big guy do work in the paint. He put up 29 points against a very stout Kentucky defense against Julius Randle, who's considered to be at least a top 5 pick in the coming up NBA draft. Let him pace you. Don't try to get too fancy on the wings. Don't take too many threes. Consistent baskets in the paint will lead this team to victory.
But you also saw in these highlights how the three-point shot for LSU can definitely open it up for Johnny O'Brien down low.
Well, of course. I mean, the outside shot opens up the paint.
For sure.
That'd be great. Patrick, after a big victory like they had on Tuesday, do you think LSU is learning to win close games?
You know, I'd like to say yes, but I still have to see this happen on the road. It's easy to, close out a close game in your friendly confines, especially with the biggest student section crowd of the year. Now, of course, against Kentucky, it was a big deal, but they still let Kentucky come back with a bunch of threes late, but thankfully their lead was big enough. I want to see LSU start doing this on the road. They had a chance against Alabama, against Ole Miss, and let those games slip away, which could come back to haunt them come tournament time. So we'll see what happens, but right now I'm going to say maybe.
Okay.
But coming up, the biggest game of them all is this weekend, the Super Bowl.
Our good friend Josh Nix drops by the set to preview the game with us, and we give you our picks for who we think will take home the Lombardi Trophy.
We'll be right back.